Greetings. I am Legacy Moon, and this is True Crime and Mysteries. Welcome to all my first-time visitors, my returning guests, and of course, welcome back to all of my current subscribers. If you or someone you love has been a victim of any type of abuse, please call one of the following numbers. The SA hotline is 1-800-656-4673. Human trafficking hotline 1-888-373-7888. And the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children 1-800-843-5678. Well, apparently, phone calls from prison was doing her thing today and dropping us all kinds of calls. And I didn't know about this until late tonight. So I'm listening over to the calls, and I want to first say that that woman of his pisses me off. She just pisses me off. The lengths that she would go through to discredit a victim or to create alibis for this man is very interesting to me. And, you know, if she is doing something wrong, I hope that not only her, but also the blogger who is helping her, I hope that both of them entangle themselves right up into a RICO. And that's all I'm going to say on that, because I actually have an old call. We're just going to listen to a snippet of it. And yeah, let me get that queued up. This call that I have that I'm getting ready to play is from July the 8th, 2023. And it's a call, not a visit, even though I have this picture up here, but it is a phone call and not a visit. And I just want you to take a listen to what he's saying. Of course, he calls and Sonia is in the bed as usual, but here we go.
Wake up yet?
No, I'm here. I'm up. Hi.
Oh, okay. How long you been up?
5 minutes.
Okay. So I was just sitting around trying to remember this lady number that I know that's familiar with this person I'm talking about. So I might gotta get you to call it, but I gotta get you to call it so I can talk to him. And if that's the right number, then I gotta get you to record while I'm talking.
Now he wants her to call a number of someone that he knows, if he remembers it correctly. He wants Ponytail to call so that he can talk to this lady. What lady is he talking about? Let's see.
No, you can't talk to people.
No. They start talking to individuals.
Well, indirectly, anybody indirectly, anything indirectly to do is okay, she can, but anybody that's directly, you can't talk to nobody that's directly involved with your case.
Now, from what I know, and from what I've heard read in court, it is directly and indirectly. There's no such thing as you can't directly talk to a victim, but you can indirectly talk to her grandmother, her mother, her father. Nowhere did I hear that read. And as far as I know, when it comes to victims, that's not how it reads either. I mean, you get what I'm saying. I know you do.
Right, that's right.
Unless you're a witness for the defense.
Right, that's right. This is a witness. This is a witness. If it's the right number. But I can't remember the top of my head, but I was going to try it anyway just to see if they pick up. So now then that ain't it. But, yeah. But also, I thought about, too, how much
This is also, I don't know if I said this or not. This call is from July the 8th, 2023, and it is a day after he got the CP charges. So,
try to get my defense together. I got to get Pinocchio or somebody to go ahead on and file to get my property back. Because I see what they're doing. They're trying to keep me from getting out.
Mm-hmm.
That's what that is. So I got to get my
But it still don't make sense for what?
how his keeping his property from him does not keep him from getting out of jail. That makes no sense in my Nesto voice. And now I thought, and I could be wrong, anybody who's a lawyer or an investigator can tell me, but I thought that your stuff, your property was kept until after the court case. I didn't realize, like, in the middle, because as far as I'm concerned, this is an ongoing investigation until they have a court date. But I didn't know you could just get your property back like that. Now, I could be wrong, but I certainly didn't know that.
It still don't add up to why you took my property.
No, they don't. So I got to get that back so I can sell it and pay for my rent. And on top of that, the date you said was February the 8th.
How much money does he think he's going to get for his equipment? I mean, how much does he think he's going to get that's going to actually pay anything within bucket range of what Shirley has paid for his defense thus far? I don't understand how much money he plans to gain from this.
Hey, and
No.
huh?
February 3rd.
3rd.
See, he doesn't even know what date. He doesn't even know the dates of his alleged crime. Sonia has to tell him. And she only knows this from reading. Let me just say this while I'm talking. I still do not believe Sonia has his case. I do believe she got the warrants and she read those. And from what we're finding out, who's to say that she didn't get that information from the blogger friend that she has? She could have gotten it from her. I do not believe that Sonia, to be the advocate that she claims to be, has read his entire case. She should be carrying a notebook everywhere she goes. You know, all these platforms she keeps speaking on. She should have a notebook, a binder, a folder, a Concordian file, something with all of his paperwork in it. But yet she never seems to have it, ever.
One.
February 1st?
February 3rd, 2021.
Okay.
And then the other one was the day before your birthday, 2019.
Right.
Now, if you can remember back to other jail calls, as well as some lives that you set in on and heard the same information, but he can't even get straight what this mean. Let me not say that. Let me just keep on going.
Right. Okay. February 1st. That makes sense to me. That's a month away. So I'm trying to figure out where my place is at. Where my place is at and where was I at at that time. So
when I got out of the hospital, February 1st. And then
Now, let me also say that I'm going to reiterate, this is July the 8th, 2023. She's also talking about, you know, where he was when she got out the hospital, you know, because he went to see her every day or he sent her a text every day. I don't know. But, you know, she's trying to think back where she was and he has no clue where he was during the date of the crime.
2019, he was in California.
yeah. So I'm trying to figure out how that gonna correspond together. How can they charge me some for some? I don't know. I gotta wait on
Well,
that
he
part.
charged you for something you didn't do.
Right.
But it's even worse if you wasn't even in.
Now, see how she had to reiterate to him, how are they going to charge him with something that he didn't do, whereas he's saying something he didn't know. I have not once heard this man say that he didn't do any of it. I've heard him make excuses of why certain things happen, but I've never heard this man come out of his mouth and say, listen, I didn't do it. I don't care what the date is. I didn't do it.
City.
Right.
He's trying to charge you for. He's trying to charge me something I wasn't even in town for.
Right.
And I didn't do it. Well, more importantly, you ain't do the shit. Wherever they trying to say it happened. I didn't do it. But I definitely wasn't even really in town to do that. The thing that corresponds the best way is your phone records against their phone records, whoever is accusing you. Y'all got to be at the same place at the same time that they said it happened. They said it happened in February. Your phone and her phone got to be at the same place.
The victim doesn't have to prove where she was. He needs to prove where he allegedly wasn't, and that is with the victim.
Right. You do.
Mm-hmm. I mean, the proof is, other than my word, that I did this. Because, you're a case, but I'm sure that there is no kid because it was never a So they don't have any kid because it was never no. All of the shit they're talking about is just making up because they're fucking mad.
So, okay, but then how can they charge you?
Not every victim of rape has a rape kit. Why? Because they're too ashamed or embarrassed to go get one. I mean, I had a teacher that, in high school, middle school, and someone just came out, and I've been out of middle school for a very long time. Somebody just came out about 5 years ago and accused him of a sexual assault. And he was eventually convicted. And then what happened? Other girls came forward. Now, did this girl have a rape kit? No. Did she have any of the proof? No. She just said it. They went to court and they were able to prove it, and other people started coming forward. So that's not necessarily how an investigation goes. You're not going to have all your evidence to convict, like, right up front. It doesn't always work like that.
Do with that shit.
Man, they do that shit.
Wow.
They do that shit off of somebody's stupid ass word. They do that. They're coming there crying and making it sound so believable. They'll watch the story on TV and go to the police and say it and repeat that shit like it was them. And they'll just sit there and be like, for real? Yes, and he did this and he did that.
Hold on. Don't get my tray.
Yeah.
He got to get his tray, Hope there's no sausage.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I want these calls. I want at least call the number and see if anybody else.
Mm-hmm.
This is the grandmother. I've been knowing these folks here almost 40 years. I don't know how I remember this damn number.
Now, if you can remember other calls where he says he doesn't even barely know this girl, but he's saying he knew the grandmother for almost 40 years. He just keeps on switching up his story as to whether or not he does or doesn't, or how well and how long that he's known this young lady who he's about to witness tamper.
But they got to be like,
I even never change their number. I never change their number.
Okay. Are you ready?
Oh, the call them. What did we do? Hang up on them?
Huh?
What did we call them and they gonna say hello and I'm just like, you such a such yeah, okay, quit.
Who?
What am I calling to do? You want to start talking to him?
Yeah, I want to see if she is that her number.
Why don't you just wait to find out why don't you just wait to find out what it is?
Okay, all right, okay, I'm gonna wait. I'm wait.
And why is he telling her this instead of his investigator or his attorney? Why is he telling this person who is a court reporter school dropout? Why is he talking to her about this? He's talking to the wrong people. That's the first thing wrong with this case. And I'm going to say this. I know innocent until proven guilty, but I am biased when it comes to sexual assault and victims. I just am, and I can't help it. I try to get better at it, but I can't help that. Now we are going to move into March the 26th, 2024. At, I believe, 7:51 p.m., we are going to hear about Sonia having some irrefutable proof that Nesto is innocent. Let's take a listen.
Good. A lot going on out there in that world out there.
Every day, if we're doomed.
Huh?
I said every day we're doomed.
Yeah. I never thought I'd see Trump.
Now, let's go back. The last call we just listened to was from July of 2023. Now we're in 2024, where everybody seems to know where they were at the time that the crimes were committed.
Trump selling Bibles on TV.
He was doing what? He's selling Bibles now?
They're selling Bibles for $59.99.
Yeah.
I'm just curious. I usually watch on-demand stuff. So is Trump really selling Bibles? I mean, I just can't believe what this man says. So I'm just curious. If anybody knows, let me know out of my own curiosity.
He is on one. So he's
Man,
selling
I
Bibles now.
never thought I'd see that.
He said, well, you know what, though? That's what the Democrats do. They always go to church when it's time for votes. They always show up at church. They always show up. That's what they do. Because they know black people love the Lord. So they run right to the church, and they go to little specific places that black, they go hang with the rappers, and they go to the church. And that's how they get the black vote.
She says that Democrats hang out at churches and they hang out with the rappers to get votes. This is just a sidebar. But isn't when Trump left office, isn't he the one who let all of the rappers out of jail? What was that, Kodak Black? And then he right back in there again? I mean, this girl never knows what she's talking about. And if ever I was never convinced, I was when she told that man that she was watching Al Sharpner. She was listening to him speak. Now, I haven't been able to find out who Al Sharpner is. I know who Al Sharpton is, but now Al Sharpner, if any of you guys know who Al Sharpner is, let me know.
It's been working. Up until this year they had a struggle because there's a lot more people waking up to the bullshit and the lies.
Okay.
I bet you she's not even a registered voter.
Does this person sound familiar to you?
Yeah, absolutely. From the islands.
Yeah. He said 8 o'clock, so in like 6 minutes I'll call.
Oh, okay. Yeah. All the way back from 2003. That's all.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. I gotta put some
I
gotta send you something. Because I saw something that was really good for that date, and it's looking like you was in California.
Yeah. Okay.
But the person I'm trying to reach out to, because I think you ran into that person on that day.
I probably did.
In California. Yeah, in California. Yeah. So I'm waiting for the call back.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right then. Huh?
You know, right? I know.
Who you talking to, baby?
No, I was supposed to get her today, but I didn't leave the house because it's cold, ugly, and rainy.
Oh, okay.
Tomorrow I'm gonna check on the stuff because they told me 2 days. So in 2 days, which should be tomorrow, I'm gonna check on the statement, and then on the phone number you gave a phone number for that date too. You said call me at this number on that date. So I know what phone number you had on that date.
So now, here she is Now, back in July, we didn't know where we were. We didn't know what was going on. We didn't do the crime. To now, all of a sudden, we're right down to specifics. I talked to him on this date of this crime, and this is the number he had. I mean, it's just amazing to me how all of a sudden we now know. Everything's in perspective.
Oh, okay.
Yep. Yep.
And you hear how he doesn't know what she's talking about? Can you tell?
Wow.
Yep. Yep. I had to go through every one of them, and just because not all the dates. Because sometimes if you start a conversation, you might have ended it 2 years later. So I had to go through every one of them and just read and look for the date and look for that date for a conversation. And that was the only person that I saw that she spoke to on that day.
Wow.
One, and you happen to say, meet me. It was a meetup.
Okay.
Yep. And she is in California.
Wow.
Yep, she is in California. Yep. She's not in Atlanta. She's in California.
Dan Jose, who you talking about?
Uh-huh. Yep. Yeah. She is in California. Yep. So I got the phone number for that date that she was using. And I got the person you was running into that day. So that because one thing is going to prove, two things your bank and your phone is going to prove, but they might try to say, oh, well, you can't, so okay, that's fine. We got somebody who met with him that day in California. So.
Okay.
He could have started his day off in Atlanta and ended it in California, or vice versa. We don't know the order of things. I just can't. I wonder if this witness is this guy from Trinidad. That's what I want to know.
Yeah, because and the message that you said on that date, so it can't be no. Oh, she just no. Got the message too right here. Got the message. Got the conversation on that date. So.
Okay.
Took some digging.
I see.
But I'm saying.
Did it take digging or did it take manufacturing? I don't know.
Apparently.
I was just laughing. That's all I can do.
That's all you can do. That's all you can do. Listen, that's all you can do because something else came up. I had to send that to your boy because somebody and their daddy was looking for you the week after you got arrested and was like, are you okay? And I'm trying to figure out, why would you say that if you turn around and said something else?
What?
Now, here's my question. Was that victim specifically looking for him, or was it the victim's father looking for him? I've never heard of, my father didn't talk to any of my friends. So, I don't understand. I don't understand where she's going with this manufactured evidence.
What?
Yes. She reached out to
man. That's
Yes, her and her dad are back in town, and I tried to call you, but you're not answering. Are you okay?
Here's another thing. Why all of this sounds surprising to him? Like he doesn't know and he's not aware. Why would he not know that these people? Well, I know why he'd know because he's in jail, but this just does not make sense to me at all whatsoever.
Hey.
wow.
That's what the message said. A week after you got arrested. And I'm like, oh, well, that doesn't sound like somebody scared of somebody.
Oh, that's on there too?
Yes. Yes, that's on there too.
Man, hey, one thing I'm trying to be funny now, but I'm be real scared. I can. Love you very much. I ain't got to lie. I ain't got a lot of kicking.
You ain't got to lie.
I ain't got to lie. Man.
You ain't got to lie. Yep.
I think that she is so busy trying to prove that he didn't do this stuff. She might even be reading something and reading it wrong or have the names wrong. I don't trust either one of them. I just don't. Okay, now we are moving to a call that was dropped tonight. The date on it is January the 28th, 2024.
Yes, sound like you're them
I'm wonderful. How are you, Saul?
That's good. You got some life in you here.
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
I need to eat something. That's all. It's 9 o'clock. I need to find some food. I'm skinny enough.
Yeah.
I'm so skinny. I'm so skinny.
You that skinny? Wow.
No, I'm skinny like I always been skinny. 93 pounds skinny. I gotta find some food.
You know what I find interesting? How she is always bringing up how much she weighs. I find that, and I am a heavier girl, but I find that usually when people are constantly giving off their weight, I think it's because it's something that they don't like about it, not because they're happy with the way they are. Now, me personally, I have never and will never give off my weight, but it's just been my experience that if you're going to keep constantly talking about it, you must have a problem with it.
That's all. I gotta find some food. That's it. Oh, so that blogger said, can she come see you?
Damn.
Who's that?
I don't know.
I can't be talking about my cave now.
I know. I was going to talk about the cave. She knew that.
What?
I told her, well, she did such a wonderful job on that other situation. She might be talking about other things that's not related, like how she's been talking about, the circumstances on the other people that's been saying stuff. You get me?
Oh, okay.
But I say talk to her, because you can always say no comment. You get me?
Yeah.
You can always say no comment. No comment. Yeah.
Sonia Cochran.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I can't be talking about my shit now.
You know that. But that's the one that did the thing Friday night really well on you, and was really really been doing some investigative stuff.
Notice how if the bloggers are talking about something in his favor, they're okay with her. But anybody who is talking against him or presents evidence such as affidavits, warrants, arrest, all of those things that she doesn't seem to have, she has a problem with those specific bloggers. And I don't understand that. I mean, the reports are what they are.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But yeah, you can't talk about the case.
Yeah, I ain't doing that shit. I ain't trying to fuck.
No, you can't. No, you can never discuss stuff. So this one chick was saying, I be giving you legal advice.
What?
I be giving you legal advice. I said, when I talk to him and tell him stuff, it's as a friend. I'm not giving it to him in a legal capacity. This is a friend.
But you are.
Oh, I did a lie. Oh, when you say that, that's legal advice. Okay, so whatever. I'm not giving him legal advice. How about that?
No, you're not giving me something I ain't already read since I've been in here now. So.
Wait a minute. Now this is another question that I have personally. Now, I've watched all of her lives. I said lives, except for one. I didn't see when she was live, but I later saw it. Where are all these people that she's always telling him that she's telling off? Because the lives that I've attended, she's getting read for filth in the comments. They're talking about her hair, her weight, just all of the lies that she tells. So where are these people that she's telling off? And where are these reads that I'd like to hear them? Because they don't happen in the lives that I watch, nor have they happened in the interviews that she's done with the different bloggers. So I don't know what she's talking about.
I was a little slow because it started me for a minute. But I ain't slow no motherfucking more. So it's a little...
No, you had to wake up. You had to wake up on some shit.
I had to wake up on a whole lot.
It's 2024. You've been arrested since 2022. You're just waking up?
Because I didn't know what the fuck was going on in my whole entire world, in my space. And this shit didn't seem it seemed like a fucking dream or a fucking nightmare. So I understand what's going on clearly now. So, I mean, you You can't tell me something I know already, because I'm already up on the shit. So, I just can't represent myself. I'm not going to do that. So, that's
No, you just assist them. That's all. You just make sure you got all your facts.
I got my facts together.
Make sure you got all your facts together.
She doesn't even have all the facts.
Research and be on it like they on it, and make sure they do what they're supposed to do. If this is the attorney that you're stuck with. That's all.
Yeah, okay, all right. So what else you got going on in the Philippines over there?
I know, right?
Yeah. Okay.
I had to put something on and go find some food. I said I was going to come out the house because I've been in the house for like the last 3 days, other than going to get my nails done. They're blue. I said my nails are blue.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so, okay, well, that's pretty good. I don't know how that's going to help me getting out of here, but okay.
I mean, the thing of it is this: if she can bring, and this was my thing, if she can bring all the evidence out, then you ain't gotta wait. Then you ain't gotta wait for no indictment because.
So they are pinning this investigation on a blogger who supposedly has all these Fulton County connections, but no one could bother to tell her that she was being arrested. The same people who she's investigating and getting information from, that she alleges she's getting it from, with all of this exclusive tea that she really doesn't have. Those people are also hooking her up with stuff, and they couldn't even bother to tell her, hey, we're coming to get you. I mean, really?
You know what I'm saying? They never interviewed you. They never came and said, what do you have to say about this, which was odd. How did they not?
When police arrest you for a crime, they don't have to interview. They ask you if you'd like to talk. And if you would, then they'll talk to you. They'll Mirandize you and talk to you about the crime. But if you don't want to talk, they're not going to talk to you. And they're not going to backtrack 6 months later to talk to you unless you're about to give a confession. But if anybody can remember back multiple phone calls ago when this journey first started, he asked for 2 numbers. He wanted to call his attorney and he wanted to call his wife. So he lawyered up. And once you get a lawyer, they're not going to talk to you anyway. So that was his own doing. Just like the time he said nobody gave him a lie detector test, where they're not admissible in court. So really, it doesn't matter that they didn't give you one.
Not, how do you take a statement and not go talk to the person and say, is this true? Is this what transpired? Like, what I'm saying? They didn't give you a chance to say, I want to talk to an attorney. They just never came to you on anything. And
he asked for an attorney.
But again,
she don't listen.
How their intent was off rip, that they wasn't trying to be fair and just in any of this. So, long as it's, some other things.
I get it.
You know what to talk about, what not to talk about. You can talk about circumstances, about certain things that's not, the actual charge. That's fine. You get me? That's fine.
No, people do a thing for what they got going on.
If they're not going to talk about the actual charge, what do they need to talk to him for?
Lawyers, they just have opinions. They're not the lawyers. They're not none of that. So at the end of the day, I respect the goddamn courtroom by my motherfucking self. So that's what I'm saying. A lot of people trying to do a lot of things, but I say a lot of things. A lot of negativity going on out there, which I can't concentrate on that period.
It's a lot of AI going on. It's a lot of negativity going on. There's always something going on. But I also want you to pay attention to this photo that is up there of Nesto. Now, we've heard talks of G-Wagons and yellow vehicles and all this kind of stuff. We're getting ready to hear more talk of it. I just want you to look. I took this directly off of Instagram, and it has the date attached. I want you to, as you're listening to this call, look at the date on this. And then I'm going to show you another date photo that you can look at as well.
I understand when motherfucker leave your ass behind when you call yourself doing a good deed. And I ain't even been in the fucking military. I've been in fucking goddamn prison. Motherfucker, it's the same damn thing to me. Same motherfucking thing. I remember days that motherfucker, ladies and...
So fighting for your country and defending the country where you live, you're putting that in the same boat as you committing a crime and being put in jail, no man left behind? I don't think so.
Late in the 90s, when motherfuckers was selling so much goddamn dope, buying for, hey, my cousin lights getting ready to cut off. You think you can give her some money? What? Niggas get Come on, you know I ain't lying. Man, they get put out. The kid gonna get put out. Can you get? But you still taking the money that the folks say they were doing wrong with to pay your bills and shit. That shit crazy to me. It's the same. Ain't nothing changed. Ain't nothing changed right now. All the things changed now is motherfucking more deals between us as a people now. We ain't no unified like they say we used to be. That shit over with. That shit over with.
Listen, it's so much hate. So much hate.
Yeah.
That's all it is. That's all it is. So much hate. And they promote it. That's what I said. Because I think I was on for 2 hours, 2.5 hours tonight. And I had a handful of little haters, you know, oh, he did it. I said, let me say this.
What handful?
Okay, well, how do you know? I said, well, you know what? You want me to believe some women who I do not know and who came to court with no evidence. You want me to believe them instead of a person that I do know. Even though you're trying to say I haven't known him long, but I know him better than I know them. And then the fact that no evidence, and it's been over a year, I'm saying no evidence has come to say or support what they're talking about. But you still want me to believe them. I said, I just can't get on with that. I said, it's safe to say that what you people, while y'all trying to jump on one or the other team, y'all just need to ride the fence and see what happens and then jump on whatever side that has supporting evidence. I said, that's where you need to be with it. If there's
I do believe that people are riding the fence. I'm riding the fence too, and all of the evidence keeps piling up against him. I mean, his daughters, are you serious? But I guess they're lying too. You know, I don't know what they have to gain, but, you know, I guess they're lying too.
There's supporting evidence to say this, then that's what you stand with. I said, but if this is being said, and it was I said, and there's no supporting evidence, and I don't even know that person. Y'all are acting like women, and all history of women running to the police have never lied. I said women lie or switch or, you know, change the story up to suit their needs half the time.
Okay, so I just want to let you know I jumped ahead a little bit because I can't do the victim shaming and blaming. So I jumped ahead, and after we listen to this small portion, I'm going to jump ahead even further.
Who's saying this, and there's nothing supporting what she's saying, and I don't even know her. You know, like females don't lie. No, females lie and don't take accountability more than anybody. They're worse than men, you know. So it was a whole, like, debate on that, you know, type of shit, and then the fact that, oh, he's known Erica for 20 years. I said, listen, get off of that. They might have met 20 years ago, but that does not mean they were every day in each other's life for 20 years, that they were every day on the phone for 20 years, that they know. So, you know, and she's the auntie, she's a this, his kids know her, his know her. Like, to sit there and say, this is the thing. I said, even on the jail call, the wife says on the jail call, who is Erica? Who is she? So if you try to act like they were just that tight and he was with the wife for 10 years, she didn't even know who this woman was. So how cool and how close were they? I said, he called me from...
She didn't... I mean, Shirley doesn't know about you. Well, she didn't know about you. I bet she does now. But just because she may not have known right off who Erica was doesn't mean anything. You can have friends that, your spouse doesn't know about. I don't know why you would, but I mean, it does happen. So let's not pretend like it doesn't. Especially with this man.
Yeah, when he first got arrested and said they got my case wrong. And I said, what's the problem? They got me with the wrong co-defendant. I said, what are you talking about? They said Erica Julie. Who was that? But he know her. And I looked it up, and I was like, I said, no, Erica King is Erica Julie. He was like, what? I said, so how does he know her that well?
We've been listening to these calls long enough to know that when he says, what? Wow. Or what's that other one? Oh, that makes no sense. We know those are his tells. We know that he's lying when he does those things.
If he's trying to tell me, oh, you didn't know her for 20 years, he don't. He's probably met her 20 years ago. He probably seen her over a time here and there, here and there, here and there. I said, but he didn't even know that was her married name. That was her name.
He knew.
They got my shit fucked up in the system. I went to court, and something's not right. Like, he was panicked. So don't sit here and try to say this is what it is.
He's a good actor.
No, you people haven't been involved since July 22.
Neither have you.
You haven't heard every phone call. You haven't went to every court hearing, but you got an opinion. How was that?
You know what's funny? She says we haven't been to every hearing and all of those things. Pretty much, yeah. Now, she, on the other hand, have not been, because we've heard calls where he's called her and she's, no, I didn't see it, or I was asleep. But yet, I think all but one, I think we've pretty much seen everything. And if we hadn't physically seen it, we got a report on what happened and what went down. As a matter of fact, this last hearing that he had, Pam the law intellect, she did a very good job at letting us know what happened and what went on. So, Sonia, no, you are not at every appearance, but it seems like the internet is. So, I mean, I don't know what she's talking about.
And even if you want to sit here and say, you know the women, okay, well, have those women bring all of this stuff to light. Because here's the thing. They can go to a blogger with their proof and say, yes, this is what happened, and here's the proof. They can do that now. They ain't got to wait for court. If that's what you're trying to say it is, say what it is. But quit trying to harper on, well, we did that. So what about that charge? Okay, well, let's go on that charge. The warrant read this, and he didn't need her to here. So what is that?
I can't wait to hear more recent calls, like after he was recharged with the CP.
This don't match up with this. This don't make sense.
I wonder what kind of explanation he'll have for the statements his own daughters made.
That doesn't make sense. They're trying to say he did this on February 1st, but he was in court with Erica. Oh, but they was people trying to type in and say, well, that he was in the RV. They was like, no. From the Zoom, he was at her house. He was at her house in Roswell. He wasn't in the RV when he did the Zoom.
You don't know where he was, Sonia, because you've never watched.
By himself. He would need help to do that. He's not a computer person at all.
And why is she making this man sound at every call? She's always trying to make him seem so computer illiterate. But yet, part of this guy's pickup line was helping these women with their social media accounts and, giving them a larger audience. This was one of his selling points. But he's so feeble, he doesn't know anything about computers. And I mean, apparently from the last call that was dropped, he doesn't know what a hashtag is either. But he was the one selling those services.
So they was trying to trust him. I have some people like, no, just like y'all. I think the sad part is for those who's not involved personally, because I don't know who's on here. I said, but y'all so quick and y'all find joy in trying to convict any person that's accused of anything.
I look forward to child predators and sex offenders to go to jail. Yes, I do. I get satisfaction from it.
I said, so but y'all got these strong opinions based off of what? Listening to these bloggers for the last 5 months who are reckless. You read the titles and you running with everything they're saying. They got Side Chick Chronicles and
Bougie.
this, that, and the other. And y'all open it up and believe everything they say, really, when the title is a whole joke. I said, that right there alone is crazy. What makes you think this is informative, real, actual news?
This is why her social media didn't work out. I mean, we all know I have hit on videos that, the title was very misleading. I have. It happens. I try to come up with creative names for my videos. That's what you do to get people engaged, to make them interesting. The thumbnail introduces you, and my thumbnails don't look as bad as they used to look. But, I mean, that's why her channel has gone nowhere.
If the title says Side Chick Sonya, Nesto nasty, this, that, and the other, and she's stupid, and y'all's like feeding into it like this is real news. Like, no, it's not. It's reality bullshit. It's YouTube reality. That's what that is.
It's funny because the content creators that I watch, they have warrants. They have court documents. They have, I mean, well, no, I'm not going to say that, but they have documents that I don't think Sonya even has bothered to look at or has. She is just blindly walking and trusting this man. And she would rather sit up and listen to a reckless blogger who is on his side because she sold her a bill of goods. The same blogger who was so just offended by the charges that she set on her live and read, who are now is like, oh, well, this couldn't happen. This didn't happen. No, she's looking for a bandwagon to jump on. And she thought that it would be easier to jump on that bandwagon because there was nobody else on it. And that's what she was looking for all along, as far as I am concerned.
That shit is. I said, it's not responsible reporting. It's not like these women went and did some straight up education on some facts, on some this, that, and the other. But what about the girl who came out last week and talked about the barbershop and what they made her do for the barbershop?
Now, before we go on, this picture that you see is Miss Jones, and she's in front of one of his vehicles. Now, there's this talk about a yellow vehicle, and I don't know cars, but I do know my colors. Now, this particular one, since it was done at night, I can't tell if it's gold or yellow or gray because of the lighting on it. Some of you all might be able to tell me, but I just want you to check the date on this photo up here with Miss Jones.
This girl did a video or interview with a blogger. She said,
and see, she doesn't even know. It wasn't an interview. I Am Hazel was up on her own channel doing her own thing because she has a successful channel. And that's what she was doing.
Her name is Hazel. And she said that she went to something and she went to her interview and they made her take all her clothes off and asked her if she had a wire and made her put her phone in the refrigerator. And this supposed to happen in 2016, right? And I was like, I said, I only listened to 3 minutes of the interview. Right. I said 2015.
She keeps on harping on she only listened to the first 3 minutes of it. She never clicked on it. She only listened to the first 3 minutes. But yet, when she talks further, she talks about the different things that I Am Hazel said. Some of which, because I watched the thing from start to finish, she didn't even mention till the end of the video. So how is it that you know this, Sonya, if you did not watch the video in its entirety?
He was in California. I was like, and then she said she went on ahead to the job anyway.
By the way, this photo, I'm going to mention it again, Miss Jones in front of this vehicle. I don't know. It looks like it could be yellow, but it could be gray. It could be anything, but it looks yellow to me. But if you look at the date, it's from 2015. The other one was from 2017. And if anybody has access or pictures from his old Instagram, they might even have a picture of the yellow truck back then. If this one's not yellow, I don't know.
I said, first of all, the girl talk like me.
That don't
She
make
talk
no
like she
sense.
about that life. Listen, she talk like she about that life. She this, that, and the other. And so I was like, she don't sound stupid. So why would you go to a barbershop for a barbershop job and take off all of your clothes for it?
She was a stripper. I'm not saying that to degrade, but going to work and taking off clothes is nothing like out of the ordinary for her. So, she doesn't know how they get down. She's going for an interview. And he had her convinced that he was married to this very influential person. And he had to make sure that there were no wires or anything like that on her. So I can see her. She was young. She had just had babies. Her man was where he was at. And, I can see it. And I tell you what, I am Hazel. Don't let that girl insult you like that, talking about you sound like her, because you sound nothing like her.
For an interview. You're not at a strip club. It's not for porn. It's not for modeling. And they make you take off everything for a barbershop. I said, that don't even make no sense. Then she said, we went riding around in the yellow Hummer. He pulled over in the back of something, got in the back and said he wanted...
I didn't have that. I didn't have that then. What the fuck did them folks talking about? I didn't have that then.
I was in the back of the yellow Hummer. This is what I'm saying.
I'm going to have to go back and watch that again, because I don't recall her giving a color of the Hummer. That doesn't mean she didn't, but I just don't remember it.
What I'm thinking, and this is what the blogger said. She said, I don't believe her. She sounded like she lying. I said, all this have to do was
Sylvia.
Listen to how I was talking about how he saw what he was driving and then try to insert herself a story accordingly. That's all it sounded like. I said to them, first of all, I always...
Now, let me go on. Let me preface this. The very first person who spoke out was on Essie Berry's channel. I do have that interview up on my channel. Somebody by the name of V, okay? And then I am Hazel. And then someone by the name of Shanova, something over on Grown Woman Vibes channel. So that's the order that the interviews came. That's the order they came out. It's funny how these ladies have, their stories are similar, but there's gaps in years. So this man has been doing what he has been doing for a very long time, and quiet as is kept, and nobody's might not have ever thought of this but me, but Sonya was probably going to be one of his next tricks. Who knows?
I only listened to 3 minutes of it, if that. And that was because the blogger was playing it for me. I never opened it up and watched it. Like, somebody sent it to me. I said, listen, if it's a criminal charge...
She only heard 3 minutes, though.
I said, if she has...
But she knows what happened throughout the video.
Behind her story, I would give it some energy. I said, but other than that, I don't have the headspace for it. Because people come out the woods trying to be popular at any means necessary. They don't even care because they saw Kim Kardashian come out off of a porn with a boyfriend. You don't think these people are desperate enough to get themselves some type of fame any kind of way on anybody's expense? I'm not giving it no energy. Y'all can sit there and say what y'all want to say, but that's just a conversation. I'm not going to believe a conversation for somebody I do not know. If she comes...
This is the same woman who thinks the body is made up of 80% sea moss. This is the same woman who says that she is a paralegal and she's not. This is the same woman who says that she has edges. But then she said she shaved them off, but then she said she always had them. This is a woman who is an admitted liar. She has said that she lies. This is a woman who says that she doesn't have to give, for example, when she interviewed Tasha K, she doesn't have to tell her the truth. So you're an admitted liar, and we're supposed to believe whatever you say. Y'all can't even get y'all story straight on when and how you met. But what we do know is you slept with him as soon as you did.
Comes with some type of proof of anything, and it didn't even make sense. Why would you sit there and feel some type of way about the interview and then still take the job? I said, how much was he paying an hour for you to sit there and take the job after they told you to get butt naked and you didn't just stop and like, what, and just leave? Why would you take off your clothes for a barbershop position?
Because she needed a job.
Whether it was being a waitress or an assistant or somebody that swept the floor, why are you taking off everything but your panties? That don't even make no sense. I was like, for real? And then, cause she's talking like me. She's not sounding like she dense or dumb or goofy. You know, she's talking like me. So I'm saying, like, she don't even sound stupid. So why would you do something that's dumb? Because you don't even sound dumb. I get it, people just being that. And it's okay. Okay, this is what you want. Like, I get that. But the girl talking like me. So I was sitting here like, that don't even make no sense. But again, I'm not going to give it no energy, no light, no thought. If she can produce proof. And then if it's a crime, if it's not a crime, I really don't care. If something's inappropriate, it's inappropriate. That's just what it is. I've been through inappropriate situations with men a lot. Because when you look nice, you're going to get it. It's just what it is. Some men just say whatever they want out their mouth. Some men try you. It's just what it is. Inappropriate is inappropriate.
You know what? That's the end of that. Okay. I just wanted to say that I had a bit of an editing faux pas. So what I've done is when I thought I was speaking about Miss Jones and this vehicle that I wasn't sure of the color or the make, it looks like it could be yellow, but then it looks like it could be gold, and it looks like it could be gray. I mean, I don't know. So if anybody has any pictures from Instagram that shows this, let me know. The date on this picture is October 14th, 2015. And also, Sonia made it a point to mention that around the time that this incident happened to Hazel, that they lived in California. But I have, he still had that shop. I mean, I don't know where he lived, but I know he had that shop, because I have a picture of that as well that I'm going to insert in. So I just wanted to say that. And then I just wanted to play one last thing for you right quick.
This video contains one call between Nesto and Sonia on January 28, 2024. You will hear them talk about a YouTuber who decided to start visiting Nesto in jail. Sonia rants about comments on YouTube and Erica King. They also respond to an interview with Hazel about an incident at his barbershop. It sounds like this YouTuber who visits Nesto told Sonia that the alleged victim, Hazel, didn't sound believable. Take a listen.
Now, this last photo that is up here is from September the 28th, 2015. Now, I don't know where Sonia tried to say he was living during the I Am Hazel incident, but he obviously had this barbershop back then. He obviously had I know at least up until 2022 or something, he had the yellow Hummer or whatever. I don't know cars, so I'm not going to pretend that I do, but I do know colors, although I can't see that one. But, so this is just I don't know what she's setting up or what she's doing, but for everything that she has mentioned that discredits the victims, I'm sure evidence could be brought forward to discredit what she's trying to do, whatever that may be. But anyway, I am Legacy Moon. If you made it through the end of this video, thank you very much. If you are not subscribed, let your fingers do the walking to the top of the page, hit that subscribe button, and hit the notification bell so that you know when I post my next video. And in addition to that, if you would not mind, please give this video a thumbs up, because I want to get up high in the rhythm of ALG.